bow your heads in praise, for you are in the presence of Sister AmeDoll. The holiest of figures, the most wholesome of figures, and patron saints of all things pure and holy. None of that's a lie. All of that's true, stepsister. Technically. Some people have openly put their names up, which I will accept. I will accept that, as they are not ashamed for us to know who they are. So, for the first confession, we have here from Delectro. And Delectro says, when I was 5 to 6, I accidentally shoplifted 2 Buzz Lights. Oh, lighter light up? Spinning toys from the Disney store. Okay. I thought we were going like for alcohol here for a sec. I was like, hold on a minute, wait. You shoplifted alcohol? You're alright, Delectro. Buzz Lightyear, light up spinning toys from the Disney store. My little bro and I were playing with them at the shopping mall, and somehow they ended up in our stroller basket. We didn't notice until we got home hours later. No idea which one of us put them there. It was probably me. We did keep them. You know what? That is a sin. But you're a child, and you were innocent. You didn't actually know what was going on. You didn't realize you stole something. You were just like, oh, well, we took this home. We weren't supposed to, but oops. I will forgive you for your sins. You will not be going to hell. You will be forgiven, considering you didn't know. You didn't know what a sin was then. You didn't know what crime was. I will confess a sin of my own. When I was younger, I was a sneaky little babu, and I picked up some shoes that I really liked off of like a shelf and put them on my stroller where my mother could not see. And she left the store with them in the stroller. She did return them because she realized, but I was a sneaky child. We're moving on. I wish to remain anonymous for this. Sister Ame, I have sinned. My sin was one time in the school. This chick was so high and mighty, she treated me like trash. Well, me and my friends decided to fill a condom full of rotten chocolate mess, Axe body spray, and tomato soup. One of my friends rigged it up so when she opened her locker, it would explode. Well, I forgot it was next to my locker. Not only did it get all over her stuff, but it got on some of my stuff as well. Still to this day, no one has come forth about. I can't say you're forgiven, but I can't say you're going to hell either, because you were smited. Divine justice came down upon you. Yeah, technically you're just kind of stuck in purgatory. Like, you can't, there ain't going to hell for that. You suffered alongside her. I refused to watch Cowboy Bebop until I was into my 20s, because young me thought Bebop sounded stupid and childish. This is my sin, my shame is unending, and I am haunted by the irony. Honestly, forgiven. What do you mean, hell? No! I think he should be forgiven, because he still watched it. He set aside his differences, and he forgave the name. That's a mortal sin? Got some radicals in chat. Yeah, got some radicals in here. The gallery has spoken. I'm sorry, Lags. I personally forgave you for your sins, but the gallery before us has decided that you are but a sinner for refusing to watch a classic growing up until you reached adulthood. Then you became aware of the sin that you committed. I personally would forgive you, but alas, the gallery has spoken otherwise, and you have to go straight to hell. Forgive me, Ame, for I have sinned. I am down bad for a grill. Not just any grill. She is the hottest grill around. The sound of meat sizzling on her rack. The way she always knows how just I like it. And cooks everything to perfection. It is simply mwah, chef's kiss. Absolutely divine. My mouth gets moist just thinking about the next meal she'll make for me. Of course, I must treat her with the utmost love and respect. Keeping her pristine between uses and only using the absolute best charcoal and propane with propane accessories to cook with. Because only the best materials is worthy of her. Send help or steak, chicken too, maybe some ribs, fish, or even your basic hot dog and hamburgers. Apologies, Sister Ame, but I must run my mouth and my stomach are crying out to be filled with meat fresh from the grill. I will have to say, you have committed two sins today, not only lust, but gluttony. I too understand the temptation and deliciousness of a juicy steak on some hot, hot grills. But this is lust and gluttony beyond mortal comprehension. Hades will be taking your soul. Confession from Root herself. When I was a child, when I was a child, I used to shit by the side of swimming pools because I felt like it. Not malicious. I just felt that, oh, I have to shit, and I just did this shit. Part of it was that I didn't know if I was being recorded by my family. Oh no! Multiple times! And after those times, they kept showing the VHS recording and on the family television of friends and family of my sins in full VHS 420p HD for the what? Your family showed people these videos? What the fuck? I don't think you're the one that committed the sin. I think you're a victim here. When I got older, I found the recordings in a place where my parents thought I couldn't reach, and I overwrote the contents with an episode of CSI. I then put it in with the other VHSs we used to record our favorite shows, making them believe they overwrote it themselves by accident. Now the world will never know my sins. There is no more evidence. I am forever free. Root, I feel that you have been forgiven. As a child, you didn't know what you were doing. You were like, I have to alleviate myself of the physical matter that is embodying my intestine. You didn't know any better. You didn't know any better. I think your family committed the sin of showing your past embarrassments to family and friend. So you will not be going to hell. You will be forgiven for what has happened here. But your family is definitely eternal damnation. You know who you are. Straight to hell. What sins do we have to confess today? Not Wallace.
Yes. Not Wallace? No. Not Wallace at all. So yes, Sister Ame, I have a grave sin when I was a young teenager. My mother sent me out to my brother's place, and he left to go to a party. He left me with some anime movies and such to watch on his old, I think it's like the old CRT Macintosh screen or computer, one computer, which was a sin to use in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
One of the movies he left me with was, I think, an 80s assassin anime. It was a movie, I do not remember the name of it. Premise of it was the fellow would kill people, but if anybody saw him doing it, he would kill them.
Mm-hmm.
So this woman saw him, he went to kill her, but she didn't want to leave the world without any regrets and didn't want to die a virgin. So you can expect what happened next. He gave her her wish, and then that played out, and I'm like, why do I feel weird?
Oh no.
Then I finished it, and I'm just like, okay, I'll go have a shower then.
Oh no.
So I guess I played around with it.
We
not
the
really
only
doing
course
anything,
of
not knowing.
action that we thought was reasonable at the time. Yes.
Yes, and something happened that I didn't expect, which was the first time I've ever experienced something like that.
And this is the slippery slope on how we got into a gore porn.
Not gore porn. Oh my god, no. But yes, ever since that day, it's kind of been an ongoing sin.
As we all know, playing with oneself is the greatest sin, as Kellogg's himself says. And I think you need more Rice Krispie Flakes in your diet.
Oh,
and
no.
less.
No, thanks.
No thanks.
No.
I think. You know what? Penance 100 cold showers. Yes, penance 100 cold showers, and you're not allowed to play with yourself in the shower.
Sister Ame, I have a confession. When I was but a wee lad, about 16, I joined your battle against vegetarianism. I changed out my sister's vegetarian food for meat products. Her burgers were no longer beans and carrots. They were cows. They were delicious cows. I fought the battle so hard, and I just want to know if I did good.
As based as your confession is, and
Yes.
I must remain unbiased in the eyes of God.
You mean Daddy Doppio, don't you?
We will discuss this later for further confessions. While you saved her nutritionally, you did
Yes.
lie to her.
But I am but a
And
soldier
misled
in
her.
your army.
There are no armies, there are no soldiers, I have no idea what you're talking about!
I'm not going to hide. I know what I did.
Okay. Are you ready to confess your sins, Collector Raven?
Forgive me, Sister Ame, for I have a problem. In the back half of 2023, I have spent over $1,000 on Clussy.
How much?
Over $1,000 on Clussy.
Are we for educational and scientific purposes, is this all on one thing or multiple variations of Clussy?
Multiple Clussy. I paid for a sexy VR chat avatar of the not safe for work variety to be commissioned. I sent a sexy clown outfit for Halloween to a streamer I watch. I have given subs in order to get the Clussy. I have been on Blue Twitch and paid for the Clussy. Yes, over $1,000 on Clussy.
I was going to forgive you and absolve you of your sins, but we all know the greatest sin here is playing VR chat. I will have to send you straight to hell for that one. I'm not lying. I have respect for the Clussy, but that's crazy, Rio. Sinner Zero, what are you confessing here today?
Sister Ame, I sit here before you with a sin that I had somebody shot for their misgivings.
Mm-hmm.
I was in public and I was hanging out with some people, and so a mutual friend had come by. This mutual friend, who I shall not name, however, he is watching. He knows what he did. He had come up and said something warm brain of him. For a while, I had been growing resentment towards this one person, and so I had paid this person, not the person I had shot, I had paid another friend, who we shall refer to as Gabo. I had paid Gabo $50 to have this person, abducted and shot.
You
This
took him
friend,
out
Gabo.
Mafia-style? What do you mean $50 is $50? What did you two do? I feel so bad. $50 is $50 though, so like, I probably wouldn't complain either.
Giddy is next.
I am prepared.
Okay.
I have my drink. I have any holy water that may need to be sprayed and or the above. I have my cross. It's okay. This is fine. Hello, Sinner Yiddy. What is it that you have come in here to confess your sins for today?
Oh shit. Oh fuck. Oh god, I didn't know it was gonna be me next. Okay. So forgive me, mommy. Mother Ame, for I have sinned. I was having issues with let's just say I had some issues with a certain fruit that I have on my person.
Mm-hmm.
And I needed a specific cream to, work.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, at the time, I didn't know the name or the brand. My mother knew all of that shit, but she didn't tell me that.
Mm-hmm.
So one night when she went out with my stepfather to go eat for dinner, I was left in the house with my two brothers and my sister, and I needed the cream.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to her room, to her bathroom, to check for it. All I knew about the cream was that it was in a white container and it was white liquid. That's it. That's all I knew.
Mm-hmm.
So then I find this one bottle and I look at it and I'm a bit confused because I'd never heard this name before. I'm like, Ben Gay. What is that? That's a weird name. It's another brand of Icy Hot. And at the time, I didn't know what that was. Never even heard about Icy Hot before in my life. So I was just like, oh, okay, well, weird name, but I guess this is the liquid. So I coat the fruit in the Icy Hot, and for like 10 seconds, I felt numb. I was like, okay. About a millisecond later, I am essentially screaming like a goddamn whore. I am just fucking crying and screaming. By the way, here's a little tidbit about houses in the Caribbean. A lot of them are made of cement. So if you scream, there's very little chance anyone will hear you. So I was screaming into the void. No one could hear me. I was just screaming alone in the bathroom, and common sense just left me in that moment. Instead of looking for help, I just got completely naked and went into the shower and tried to like rinse it off.
I mean, you'd
That
want to get it
didn't work.
off?
Yeah, but a better idea would have been to get help, but my dumbass didn't get help. My dumbass went immediately to get it rinsed off. It didn't work, and here comes my sin. Well, the whole thing is my sin, really, but here comes the real pivotal point. I, butt-ass naked, wet from the goddamn shower, ran out of my mother's room into the goddamn fucking living room to get the phone to call 911, only to be met with my sister, her friends, and my two brothers playing in their PlayStation.
Oh.
Safe to say, I ruined everyone's night that night, and my mother had to cancel the whole fucking date with my stepfather, and they had to go to the hospital. And when she got to the hospital, she was fucking livid with me. She said, Yiddy, why the fuck did you put Icy Hot on your dick? And I'm like, I sounded like a fucking toddler just learning how to talk. That's my sin, or at least the sin I can say in Twitch. So
I can't send you straight to hell because I feel like you already experienced it. I feel so bad for him, dude. I can't send him to hell. He already fucking firsthand experienced it on his dick. Hi, Zix. Welcome in. Hey, what sins are you confessing today? Ignore what I was just saying before.
Hello, Sister Ame.
Hello, sinner, possibly Zix.
I have a sin that I've held on to for over 10 years.
10 years? Okay.
Yeah, so to understand the context of the sin, we have to give a little bit of context. This is back during my college university days, right? Me and a lot of the guys at the dorm, we lived in an off-campus house. That is like 10 guys that shared a house together, right? We would often smoke pipe tobacco and like cigars and cigarettes off the back. That was just like our bro time, right? Now, I don't know who started the tradition or why, but a very common tradition that we would do while smoking, we would drop trow and just leave our pants around our ankles.
Okay.
Boxers, everything above board, right?
Oh, so it was just balls out, smoke. Like
no, like everything's good. Everything's good. We're covered.
Okay.
We're just one day, a friend of mine and I are having a smoke, and as such, we have commenced with the tradition. And I finished my smoke. He finishes his smoke. We put him out. And we start to head back into the house. I'm a few feet ahead of him, and I realize he's no longer walking with me. And I turn back around, and I see that he is struggling, right? I turn around and I say, hey, you okay, buddy? And for those of you that don't know, nicotine and tobacco serve as muscle relaxers. And so this man is struggling, slowly progressing, inching closer to the home. And he goes, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think I'm about to shit myself.
Okay.
At which point I, of course, begin to laugh uncontrollably. There may have been some pointing, and I get to the door, right? And I'm trying to like help him. I'm trying to like encourage him, like, be there, be a brother, right? And I'm like, well, dude, your pants are still around your ankles. Just like pull your pants up, like you'll be able to move faster. And he goes, if I bend over, I'm not gonna make it. And I was just like, all right, well, like, just like step out and like quickly walk. And he goes, nah, if I move too quick, it's donezo. I'm over. And I'm standing in the doorway, and he's struggling, sweat just pouring down his forehead. And I shut the door in his face and lock it.
You did not. To the night circle with you. I think that is probably one of the gravest sins that we've had spoken on here today. You're going straight to hell for that one. Nothing can absolve you of your crimes for leaving a brother out in the wind like that. He fucking shat himself, pants down, couldn't even pull his own underwear down. He just shat himself. He just fucking died.
Let's blow those whining women back to the Dark Ages right where they belong!
So this is a cursed one. Absolved.
Absolved already, forgiven. He's already proved himself worthy in the eyes of God. Go forth, brother.
So, forgive me for I've sinned, for I made a woman believe she had an STD.
What? Okay, I need, okay, explain.
This was my very first time. While going at it, my sausage felt like it was burning and getting larger, but not in the good way. I pulled out, it was bright red and covered in splotches. Immediately, she thought I had an STD, which I threw it back at her that she had to be the one because this is my first time. And while fighting, I pulled the condom off, and then I had the realization that I might be allergic to latex. I was covered in hives. She threw her heels at me, and I was about to run out the room when I realized there's a giant party going on. So I ended up being beaten before she started laughing her ass off at me, screaming because it hurt so much. And I eventually climbed out the window to be able to go to the the chemist to be able to grab some cream.
I'm so sorry.
Did you finish? No.
He didn't even get to finish before he pulled out. You could have shown that condom what for, but no, we got the last laugh.
I walked in and thank God it was a guy because I was bending over the counter. He goes, what's wrong? I'm like, I need something. I need steroid. He goes, steroid cream? I'm like, yes. He goes, what for? I'm like, do I have to answer? He goes, you already gave me the answer. There's a cuter one though. There's also another story.
You can confess that sin as well if you wish to.
Okay, so I was about 5 or 6, and when I was a child, my mother had to keep a leash on me.
Is that why you're wearing one right now?
Ah, shit, do I still have that on?